Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, there is a brand new promotion that just got released tonight. We came on earlier today and we kind of gave you guys an expectation like, hey, Thursdays are where it's at. Tesla likes to change things up on Thursdays. And now we've got a brand new promotion of 0 down due at signing and still a fantastic rate relative at 2.49%. And on top of that, you can go anywhere from 36 to 72 months on the Model Y and the Model 3. But there's one trim that isn't eligible for this, and there's a little bit to unpack with this incentive. And so let's clear some of what is out there on this 2.49% at 0 down due at signing. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan, but more on that later. And here is why they're doing this. Inventory for Tesla vehicles, Model 3 and Model Y, is still staying high. It's not necessarily going anywhere. It's not dropping. It's not going higher. It's staying at a steady pace in Tesla selling vehicles, but also at the same time, it's not selling out like they could be used to in years before. But here's the brand new incentive. Tesla has introduced a new promotion in the US for the Model Y and the Model 3. It's all Model 3 and Model Y trims except the Model 3 standard range rear wheel drive. And now the new promotion is actually 0 down due at signing with a 2.49% finance rate, all the way from 36 months through 72 month loans. So the cool thing with this is that, yes, there is like a 2.99% offer on Model 3 if you go all the way up to 72 months. This seems to be be better than this. They're kind of dropping that down and they're giving you 0%. So if you're someone that keeps loans all the way to 72 months, or at least finances vehicles, Tesla vehicles at 72 months, and this is a fantastic deal for you. And I know a lot of you out there, are people that do actually finance at 72 months, because that's what actually we put a poll on the channel about a while ago, and a overwhelming majority said that they actually finance all the way to 72 months. Actually, over 51% said they finance at 72 months for any vehicle, or I guess maybe even financing a Tesla. So this is good news for most people out there, because now the rate has effectively dropped from 2.99 down to 2.49%. But let's unpack this 0 down due at savings, because it's the interesting enough with this is a lot of people actually ask me all the time, like, hey, is this when you finance a Tesla, can you do 0 down? And actually, really, you unfortunately cannot really do a true 0 down. The best I've heard is like $1,000 to $2,000. Most of the time it's $4,000, and sometimes it's all the way up to $10,000 to $15,000, depending on your type of credit history, auto loan history, and things like that. And so if you're wondering how to get this incentive to actually show on the payment calculator, because it actually doesn't default right away, what it does default is it defaults a $4,000 payment or $4,000 down payment at 1.99. And the biggest thing with this is don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra $1,000 off a Model 3 or Model Y. All you have to do is click the link open first and then let it attach to your browser. Then head on over to Tesla inventory, find a discounted vehicle, or even place a regular order to lock in that 1.99 or 2.49, and of course that $1,000 discount with using a referral. But here's how it actually work. So all you have to do is take the down payment and turn it into a 0, and then that drops or raises the monthly payment, but it also gives you that 2.49%. You can see that it includes the $7,500 and how they're actually doing this, because if you read some of the fine print, it actually said there's 2 different versions here, because you could still get the 1.99. So everybody that's worried about that 1.99 disappearing, no worries. It's actually still there, but there's a big caveat if you want that 1.99% 2.49%, it requires a 20% down payment. And on top of that, that's $7,500 federal tax credit. You can see it right here at the number 2 bullet point here. If you want zero down duet signing, you get that 2.49%, and the $7,500 federal tax credit applies at point of sale. So really this zero down actually only applies to people that qualifies for that $7,500 federal tax credit, because they're kind of using that to try and buy down, or not necessarily buy down, but they're using that as your down payment so you don't have to put more money down on the vehicle loan. And so the same things apply here. It's on Model 3 and the Model Y, except the Model 3 standard range, and you must take delivery by September 30th. So if you want to lock this in, pick an inventory vehicle or place a regular order. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra $1,000 off your Tesla Model Y or Model 3. But interesting enough that they've gone this route. Maybe it seems like a lot of people were giving a lot of feedback that they wanted to go this route, but it is interesting to see that. And I wonder if I'm going to be curious, like if a lot of first-time buyers are going to be able to use this, because that's really where we see people that are using or that are buying a Tesla or a vehicle as a first-time buyer with limited credit or decent credit but limited auto loan history, because that's really the key here on getting these low rates, is having good enough credit. But then if you don't have good enough credit, then Tesla has I've commonly seen Tesla come back with saying like, hey, we want 20% down or 30% down, which could be $10,000 to $15,000 down. But now that I guess they've worked with the banks to say like, hey, this $7,500 federal tax credit, we're going to give it to you, the bank. And so maybe if you can approve more of these loans, maybe that's what they're doing to try and get some of these more contracts bought at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. We're not seeing any changes on the lease end or even, of course, pricing, and it is an interesting move for sure that Tesla is going with this zero down promotional offer. But the good news here is this: like if you're a person, which is most of you, I would say, that is financing vehicles at 72 months according to our poll, then this is great news for you guys, especially for people buying a Model 3, because now it's gone from 2.99 down to 2.49%. So really cool stuff. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. This is, as we called it, Tesla could be getting antsy, or they're getting creative. They're trying to figure out how can they sell as many vehicles as they can by the end of the quarter. And I fully expect, because inventory is still staying at relatively high levels, I fully expect that Q4 will have the best deals. But at the same time, do you want to keep watching and waiting for the best deals? Especially if you need a vehicle right now, go ahead and just lock it in at 1.99 or 2.99 and move on. But the good news is, if you still want that 0%, or sorry, if you still want that 1.99%, it still exists. So do not worry. You just have to put down 20% down as a minimum to get that 1.99%. They've kind of changed the qualifications. Maybe there was a lot of people that were, with good credit that were doing like zero down and getting the 1.99, and that just maybe wasn't making a lot of sense for Tesla financing, or not even making a lot of sense for the partner banks, because when you go through Tesla financing, it actually isn't Tesla that's financing you. They just act as an intermediary to link you up with like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Santander financing, and all these different banks to actually get you the loan for your Tesla vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Are you going to be choosing the zero down at 2.49, or are you going to be doing 20% down at 1.99%? But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money lately, and that's why we talk about this channel, trying to get the best deal on a Tesla. And I've been looking at our subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Netflix, trying to figure out how I could save some money every single month. And cutting expenses, it's kind of hard. We've been trying to rack our brain together and figure out how. That's why I'm so intrigued with our channel partner, Mint Mobile. They offer premium wireless starting at $15 a month. And I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, and I can even bring my own phone along with my current number and existing contracts. I'm sacrificing nothing. I've used Mint Mobile a ton, and I switched my second line to Mint Mobile, and I've been using it to watch YouTube and play podcasts on our daily commute, and haven't haven't noticed any drop in speed, and I can't tell the difference. So how hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's actually hard, but it's not at all. Switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, to get premium wireless for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Toad, I thought you streamed at 5. Yes, we actually streamed earlier, and we're streaming again because of this breaking news, I guess. DE, if you had to choose Model 3 Performance or Cybertruck single motor, I would choose Model 3 Performance because Cybertruck single motor doesn't exist, and that's going to be at least 3 to 4 years from now, is my best guess. One of Rue, thanks for coming in. What's going on? They took away 1.99. No, they didn't take it away. They just added a massive stipulation that you had to put at required 20% down for the Model Y and the Model 3, except the Model 3 standard range. So really, if you're a Model 3 Performance buyer, like, this is actually this is great news for you, because now that the rate has gone just a little bit better. It looks like 84 months is still saying the same, so at 3.99. Ready, Model X promo when? I think Q4 is going to be a better chance for that. Film, makes sense buying Tesla now with so many vehicles coming. Robotaxi, Juniper. Yeah, I guess at this point, I mean, if you do not need a vehicle, my recommendation, just wait until Q4, see what the deal is, and then let's rehash it again then and see if it's worth it or not. If you're someone that can wait all the way to Juniper, my best guess is June, but some people have said Q1, Q2. I'm still thinking June, but of course, you got to remember, when that vehicle first comes out, there's no deals on it. So really, the time to get a deal on a Juniper is going to be like December. June is going to be a release of the Juniper, but December, of course, next year, 2025, is when we're going to see some deals for the Model Y Juniper. I'm Jenny. Is zero due with 2.49 a better deal than 1.99%? It's a good question, because 20% down, that's like 10K, 15K down. That's required to get that 1.9. And if you have a way to get higher than that 2.49%, maybe with interest or other things like that, with investments that you might have, then it might be worth it to save your cash if you can get approved. I guess it's two things, like opportunity cost is one thing, and can you get approved is another thing. So they might be having these two things to try and figure out what's the best route. The one thing you definitely should do is use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can lock in, get that $1,000 for using a Tesla referral code, because I do expect, I'm like 99.99% sure, this Tesla referral program will change in the near future. Tesla likes to change these offers and incentives all the time. They like to nerf them or even change them, and this one will change because it's a good deal at $1,000 off. So definitely lock it in by using the referral code down below in the description. Rex, thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy evening, Thursday. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.